Henry Hudson was the captain in September of 1609 when the Half Moon sailed past Mannahatta Island and continued upriver. The river was named by the Indians Hudson contacted Mahicantuck. The name meant ever-flowing, large water. Henry Hudson was an Englishman, employed by the Dutch East India Company. He was trying to find a shorter water route to the Orient and its spices. During their one-month journey, Hudson's crew encountered Lenni Lenape, Mohican, and Mohawk people. Some offered corn, beans, grapes, apples, oysters, beaver and otter pelts, wampum strings, and tobacco. The Dutch gave in exchange mere trinkets and a few knives and hatchets. But because of the killing of a single crew member, the suspicious Dutch and English sailors over a one-month period shot or maimed more than 12 Indians. It was the desire of the Dutch to establish trading posts along the river. In 1613, the Dutch and Mohawk made a treaty for peaceful relations. That agreement is signified by a wampum belt, known as the Two Row or Wampum.
Mr. Quavo, what that night he can?
Kaswanta Hudiasto, Hadino. I higan the Hudigo. I nigger Kashinato. Utko Gayaso. The Wagan, the Naga, Gaonje. The sky on the Gahonde.
So one of the things that the Native Americans, the Haudenosaunee, how they communicated to each other was by symbols, what they had seen around them in nature, what the Creator had provided them. So what they said was, Nane the Gawonge, the Gawe Onje, the Hokke Hondi. So they says that there's two vessels in this river, and they're both traveling down the Haudenosaunee, down into the future. So they says that in one vessel, the white man is carrying himself and his language and his culture and his laws. And in the Haudenosaunee, they have the canoe. And inside their canoe, they also have their language, their culture, and their way of life. So they says that to both coexist on the same land and in the same world, they have to travel along this road and promise never to intervene. They'll always remain parallel.
This is the Two Row Wampum. These 2 rows are made from the purple from this shell. This white comes from this shell here.
This row represents your people in their ship as you travel through life. This row represents the native people as in our canoe as we travel through life. This represents peace, friendship forever, as long as we respect the rights of each other. So they never come together.
Because this is when we first had come to the idea of material culture. We didn't really know what material culture really was or monetary value. Because what the white man was saying was that the more furs we brought, the more trinkets and the more muskets that we could have. So that was kind of like our first introduction into the monetary system. Or, as we say in the language, hoskehase, which is the greed. What gas and what honde. So some of the things that we hear of the older people talking about that they were interested in were these furs from the forest of the animals that run around, because they could make many things with them, many luxury items. back across the ocean. But we were also there with them, hunting these things, hunting the animals down.
Turtle clan. So Sadova and Igaso.
My family, the Bear Clan. Doya, yeah, so.
Kitoyo,
Okay.
Tayoni.
Corlier.
Van Curler,
Corlier.
Van Curler,
Corlier.
Corlier.
They not the town qua they not got that go hudi wa ya sto na de hadi jo they na ga they ho to wan go da ne ne ko go no go ya wa sa they ha go they ka no sho nyo ne nyu di wa yo da sa no man da de ga de ho na yo we the town qua they ha go no ha go sa no ha go esta con Dios, ni un guayo da.
So those are the three things that they agreed upon was when the the flowing water, the growing, all the growing grasses, and and as long as the sun shines as he walks in his direction. So these are the three things as they said that's how long the matter shall last, this agreement. So there's two boats traveling down these two roads, and they're both going only in one direction, to the future. So one of the things that the Europeans said was that they said east don't we only. They says you Indians will be our children and we'll look out after you. But then they he said, no, we don't think that's possible. But he says the Creator had created us all equal, all man beings equal. So we must stand as high as you. So what we will say, so what they says that when we will think about it, we will say all of us are brothers.